Good morning, everyone. I'm Robin Brooks. Welcome to Tuesday morning Qigong. And this is a 30-minute practice. It's really for everyone. So regardless of your state of health, please participate as you can. I always encourage everyone to stay in their comfort zone. That means listen to your body and don't do anything that doesn't feel right to you. If you know you have a limitation, respect that and modify the practice. This morning, I'm going to begin with a reading that came in a newsletter. There's a teacher I follow. His name is Solala Toller. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. And he offers a class online called Free and Easy Wandering. It's quite intriguing. He's a scholar of the Tao, or maybe just a student of the Tao. And we often use the phrase, with Tai Chi, the Tao, what does it all mean? So here are his thoughts on the Tao. The term Tao can mean a path, a road, even a journey. It can also mean someone who walks that path, road, or begins that journey. It can also mean walking on that path. Lao Tzu, the purported scholar who wrote the Tao Te Ching many, many years ago, tells us that the beginning of a journey of 1,000 miles begins with that all-important first step, that all-important first step. So it's that first step to begin a journey to somewhere new, somewhere we always wanted to go, but we're perhaps nervous about actually going. It means opening our heart and our mind to experiencing and learning not only about the wide world around us, but equally wide and deep world within us. So the world without and all around us, and this incredible world inside of us. We have a map that the ancient masters of Tao have left us, clear directions and guidance. All we have to do is follow the steps of the ancient achieved ones, and we will find ourselves not only at the end of our journey, but all along the way to be happier, healthier, and certainly holier beings. Free and easy wandering. And don't we all want to feel a little lighter? So today in our Qigong practice, I'm going to invite you to think about something that you'd like to unburden yourself from, something you'd like to let go of, release, just whatever it is. And we'll be working with the energy inside of us, our breath, and some gentle movements this morning. So welcome, and let's begin our practice together. First, I'll invite you, whether you're sitting or standing, to come into your body, come into this moment. So feel your feet connecting to the earth below you. You can see my feet. So connecting to the earth, just feeling our weight, feeling our presence, and really occupying our place on this beautiful planet this morning. And then noticing our breath. So just observe, take a nice in-breath. Don't force it, just breathe in through the nose or mouth. Notice what parts of your body expand and where you feel that expansion as you breathe in, and then release the breath, exhale out. And just let it be very easy, very natural. Remember, free and easy. Free and easy may be our words for this morning, free and easy breathing. So now let's add a gesture. Inhale and exhale. Good, and inhale. Taking a little more breath and exhale it out. Breathe in and release. On the exhale, letting any tiredness, stale energy release, energizing ourselves for the day ahead. Good, and now let's expand the gesture, inhale. And now as you get to your heart, let the palms rotate and press up to the heavens. So here we're pressing up, pushing, holding up the sky. Relax the shoulders. And then take another breath, exhale down. Notice that I keep my knees a little spongy, a little soft, never locking the knees. If I do that, notice what happens to my spine, what happens to my torso. We don't want to do this. We want to just find that place where we feel aligned between heaven and earth. So let's just take a moment now and bounce a little and shake side to side, and maybe even front and back, shifting forward to the balls of the feet and back to the heels, and find that place where you feel very centered on your feet, feeling the weight of the torso supported by your lower body. We call that our root, from the feet to the hips, and then expanding the spine, reaching through the crown of your head, which is somewhere up here, up toward the heavens. So just grow a little taller. And let's do this gesture again. Gather, press up, press down with your heels and up with your palms, but not your shoulders. And then exhale out. We really don't want to work the shoulders. We want to energize from the feet, let the breath expand the body, soft arms, slow, gentle movements. And we can imagine that as you're bringing the breath up, drawing the palms up, the mind, the breath, and the gesture are one. So we're moving in harmony, all parts integrated. And we call this reaching up and reaching out. You can also call it opening the rainbow. You can make your own name for these gestures. I like the idea of the rainbow colors streaming through the spaces between my fingers. So just parting the clouds and opening the sky. Good. Press up, press down, make space in the vertebrae between our bones of our spine. And making space in the heart and lungs, opening the heart, opening the middle dantian, middle energy center. One more time. And then releasing that and relaxing. Notice your breath again and your mind. We call the breath, the mind, and our alignment the three treasures. And these are the gems that we carry with us throughout our life. We're driving the car, doing a job, cleaning up. We have our breath, our mind, and how we are using our energy through our body to complete the task. So I encourage you to be aware of tension, and throughout our practice to invite the tension to let go. Whether it's in your shoulders or belly, wherever you notice it. Could be mental tension, and just try to relax it. And we'll also address the tension through our self-massage. So we're going to engage now in the 7 precious gestures, practice for letting go and taking the first steps along the path of 10,000 steps. So here we go. And we'll begin in Wuji. Wuji, W-U-J-I, just means oneness. So coming and collecting our mind, our heart, our energy this morning. And then we'll step out. We will begin by just gently shifting weight. Yes, gently shifting weight side to side. Letting the arms be empty and swing around the torso and look side to side. Be sure that your knees stay over your ankles. We don't want the knee bending in or twisting in. Good. And just shifting weight, ringing the temple bell. We're beginning a journey, and the bell maybe wakes us up at dawn and calls us to this journey. Remembering to relax the breath. Keep the spine long, feeling the energy from your feet. Drawing energy for the journey. And allowing this to let go, coming back to Wuji for a moment. And just noticing how you feel. Noticing anything that you can observe, inner or outer, without any attachment. So we say, maintain an attitude of cheerful indifference, just observing without judging. We're going to step out to my right, your left, and we're going to push and pull. So as I step out, you'll notice my feet here are parallel and they're not real close together. So when I step out, I maintain that space. So my back foot is on an angle, my front foot is facing straight ahead. And I'm just pushing away, drawing in fresh chi, fresh energy, pushing away what I want to let go of and drawing in refreshing energy. Once again, observing and noticing that we don't want to lean into this. We don't want to put any weight on the knee. So once you get to that place where your knee is over your ankle, don't go any farther and try to keep your spine reaching up rather than leaning, tilting. It's good. And one more time, pushing and pulling. Now just rotate the heel back to parallel. Come back to center for a moment. Look down and you can notice if your feet are truly parallel. I like to think of the knees being two headlights beaming straight ahead. So parallel meaning no opening in the hip. And now we're going to shift weight. It'll be to your left. Just keep that foot and leg where it is, and just step the right foot on the diagonal a little bit forward so that you can rock a little gently forward and back. Good. And just getting into that pushing and pulling. We also call this dispel and absorb. So dispelling any energy that is not a benefit and drawing in beneficial chi from nature. Dispel with the breath and the mind, and absorb. And then coming to center. And now a gesture that looks very simple. We draw the palms together as we shift weight and gather something precious in your hands, like you're carrying it. Maybe it's fragile. And then shifting weight, just like we did when we were ringing the bell, over to the other side and release it. And then with the breath and the mind, gather again, carry, and appreciate this fragile thing and let it go. Something precious, something that served us that we no longer need. A material thing, could be an emotional attachment. Could even be an idea about ourselves that no longer rings true. Something about ourselves that we'd like not to think about anymore. We've become or are becoming different. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to grow throughout our lifespan. And sometimes we get very attached and it's hard to let go. So let's appreciate whatever it is. It's perfectly fine not to have any clue what it is, and just to make the gesture and invite that possibility. Because in order to grow, we have to take that first step. And it could be a step into the dark, into the unknown. Just one more time. Shifting weight, appreciating and letting go. Coming back to Wuji, back to center. Breathing, relaxing, and now shifting weight and stepping out for gathering energy from the earth and from the heavens above. So shifting weight into your heels, scoop and gather some energy. Notice that my spine is straight as I come back up to standing. Draw that energy in and then reach out and draw the palms up toward the heaven, and then relax shoulders. Let the energy from the heavens pour through you, nourishing your mind and spirit, your heart, and all your organs, your bones, and even the marrow, every part of you, your mind, body, spirit. We'll do this complete gesture one more time. That's so gathering from the earth. This is really a squat. So make sure weight is in your heels, no weight in the knees, and then come to standing. And reach out and up. You can even let this gesture draw you up off your heels and then settle into the earth as you draw the sky energy down. Lovely. And just rest for a moment. And this gesture, calm at the center, begins by gathering a chi ball. So here our arms are rounded, so it's almost like we're wrapping our arms around a large tree trunk, and then release one arm down. Shift weight to your right side, and then shift toward the left, and allow your torso to turn as far as it can comfortably, watching your palm. And then when you come back to center, reach forward, grab some fresh energy, draw it in, and then draw the other palm forward. And as we shift to the right side now, watching the palm, watching the fingertips, notice the world of 10,000 things that swirls around behind your palm. So we bring the arm in front and watch the fingertips turning slowly. The slower we go, the faster the world around us seems to spin. And here is where we can take comfort in the peace that we carry with us all the time, regardless of the events of the world outside of us, that we have this capacity to step back, to turn inward, and to take care of ourselves. Just need to remember to do that, to not get swept up in the currents. It's not that we shouldn't be part of the world, but in order to have that, the resources and equanimity to manage the 10,000 things, we need to step away from it. So again, just watch your palms, your fingers, and you can notice the world, whatever it is that you can see in your vision behind your hand. It might be the room or a window. Last time. Shifting weight and letting the torso continue. Keeping the knees like two headlights straight ahead. Reach and grab some fresh chi. We'll just take the palms back to our sides. Now for the first of the precious gestures, waiting at the temple gate. So here we reach out and draw palms together, right at our third eye, right at our place between our two eyebrows, and relax your shoulders. Breathe in and reach, expand the spine a little, and then bow forward. This is a beautiful forward fold. And then if it's available to you, let your palms drop down, and then sinking into your heels, come up to a seated standing position, and exhale as you press your palms together. Waiting at the temple gate. Empty the breath. And then on the in-breath, come back and relax. Do this 2 more times. Bring palms together at the third eye. Inhale and reach up. Look up toward the heavens as you bow down toward the earth. Standing before the doors of the temple. Exhale. Inhale, press heels into the earth. Come up to a seated standing position. Beautiful straight spine. Showing our willingness to wait. To wait for the invitation into the temple, whatever that temple is for you. Breathing in, exhaling and releasing effort, relaxing. And last time, gathering, breathing, bowing before the temple. And if this language doesn't resonate for you, you can think of it as however you'd like, the idea of inviting the new. And that when we do this, it doesn't always happen immediately. We might set an intention, release and relax, let it go. And once we establish that intention, that's the first step of that path that I spoke of earlier. And we don't always know where it's going to lead, but we can give ourselves permission to step out of our comfort zone, however that happens. And now for the seventh gesture, swallowing the pill of immortality. I'm going to gather a pill. It's basically just our saliva in our mouth as we draw our palms up the center of our body. And when we get to the heart, make a little mudra. It's a little circle in the thumb and forefinger and the three fingers. And as we draw the palms up, we swallow that pill and look up toward the heavens. Here, I'm arching a little bit in my upper spine, maybe even the lower spine, just looking up, sinking down and looking up toward the heavens. And then releasing and relaxing. So as we look up and gaze up toward infinity, toward the infinite big sky above us, we comprehend, or maybe we just encounter our own connection to that infinite universe. Sometimes called our immortal self, the part of us that is part of nature, that never dies and will exist forever in some form. And releasing that, relaxing, coming to center. And we'll rest for a moment. Drifting in the energy. So don't try to hold still. Just allow yourself a little movement of your breath. Relax your mind. We've been on a journey together. Beautiful journey. I'm so glad that you're on this journey with me. Another breath, exhale it out and relax. And we'll bow. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring palms together and trace the channels. We're going to invite the energy deeply into ourselves. So tracing the yin channels, the earth channels that rise up, and the yang channels that flow down the backside of the body, using our mind. And I'm actually going to do this seated and invite you to sit or stand for the final few minutes of our morning practice. So if your fingers or hands are a little sweaty, that's the chi. You might also feel sometimes a little tingling or any sensation that's a little different. Could be the chi moving. So tracing around the head, down the shoulders, to the back and down the side of the legs, around the feet and up the inner channels, the inside of the legs. You can't see that. And then up to the heart, and we call this the heart mind, the heart and lungs, middle dantian, and then tracing around one arm and the other arm. Using the breath and our mind to send the chi where it needs to go. It's all part of our healer within. One of our baskets of practice is self-massage. And while you may not be actually massaging yourself, you might just be hovering around, feel free to actually stroke or even tap. And these are just different ways of stimulating the chi and sending the message to the body's internal wisdom to invite healing resources to go where they need to go. And when we are fully relaxed and in our state of equanimity and balance, then the chi will do its job. The body will attempt to restore itself. So we just have to get out of the way. We have to allow ourselves to trust nature, because nature is a powerful healer. With that said, there are plenty of times when we need to trust our doctor too. So I'm not trying to give medical advice here. I really just want to offer these practices in the spirit of well-being and shared chi. The more that we work with this energy, the more we can create peace for ourselves and for the world around us. So let's just sit for a moment and allow that chi to absorb right into the marrow of our bones. Do a little self-massage. We'll start with the hands, massaging the web of our, between the thumb and forefinger. It's a powerful acupressure point. Pushing and pulling along the fingers. So the hands are one of the 3 microsystems in Chinese medicine, the others being the feet and the ears. So I'm gonna do a little massage now for the ears. And I realize that this is a fairly truncated practice, but feel free to, do these self-massage practices whenever you can fit them in to your day. Same with 3 treasures, checking in with our 3 treasures. Body, breath, and mind, whenever it occurs to you. And the more that you do, the more you can integrate healer within practices in your life. And that's my offering and my gift that I'm passing along. And if you're curious about learning more, you can visit the Healer Within Foundation website, and the foundation offers trainings for practice leaders around the country as well as online, and there are some practice leader trainings coming up, so please feel free to visit. I'm going to close today with a reading from the Tao Te Ching, the Tao translated this time by Ursula K. Le Guin, and I am just going to open it randomly. I've opened it to the 8th passage, the 8th poem, Easy by Nature. Easy by nature. True goodness is like water. Water is good for everything. It doesn't compete. It goes right to the low, loathsome places, and so finds its way. For a house, the good thing is level ground. In thinking, depth is good. The good of giving is magnanimity, of speaking, honesty, of government, order. The good of work is skill, and of action, timing. No competition, so no blame. Read it again, and just let yourself relax into the words. You don't have to make sense. Just let them absorb into you, just like water, this water running along a stream, flowing around the stones. Here we go. Easy by nature. True goodness is like water. Water is good for everything. It doesn't compete. It goes right to the low, loathsome places, and so finds the way. For a house, the good thing is level ground. In thinking, depth is good. The good of giving is magnanimity, of speaking, honesty, of government, order. The good of work is skill, and of action, timing. No competition, no blame. So no blame. And her commentary, a clear stream of water runs through this book, from poem to poem, wearing down the indestructible, finding the way around everything that obstructs the way. Good drinking water. So I offer you that refreshing drink. Maybe take a drink of water, and we'll close the practice this morning with a few cleansing breaths, breathing in
And washing the chi down. Opening the heart, exhaling. Say namaste, thank you. Be well.